This very YouTube channel has generated both part-time and now full-time income, thousands of dollars every single month, strictly from YouTube AdSense alone. So in this video, I'm going to give you 6 expert tips so you have the framework and frankly, things that I didn't know so you can do the very same thing this year. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. On this channel, I help you with the gig economy, your side hustle, your full-time hustle, generating income and creating multiple revenue streams. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. And make sure you have the best accessories as a content creator. Check out my Amazon storefront, that linked down below. So firstly, if you didn't know, to join the YouTube monetization program, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So I would think of these tips kind of as the basics. Certainly a foundation. This is not exhaustive by any means, but these tips are going to work together to over time get you those subscribers, more audience retention as far as watch time as you build that community. Now you may have heard this is kind of the recent thing here as far as consistency and specifically what YouTube's algorithm is looking for. And yes, that is especially important and really as you're new to have a consistent upload schedule. But I'm saying you need to have a consistent upload schedule, not only for that, but for your own pacing. I say have an upload schedule that you can actually keep. I would not worry about doing more than, let's say, 1 video or a maximum of 2 videos a week when you're starting. So this is going to do several things. Not only, number one, is it going to really hold you accountable to say, hey, I have a video that's due Monday and Thursday, whatever it is. But as you build that community over time, they're going to get used to your upload schedule as well. And then remember kind of that fringe benefit, YouTube is also going to pick up on that upload schedule as well. Number 2 is something that I don't think is really talked about a lot. I would practice your editing first. Now you don't have to pay for expensive Adobe Premiere or the Final Cut Pro software to edit your videos. You may be surprised that I built a community of over 25,000, reaching 1/3 people a month with free editing software. Over 600 videos, over 3 years of content edited for free on iMovie. iMovie's the editing software that again comes for free. Now this is for Mac, for your MacBook Pro, but you could also download, let's say, DaVinci Resolve if you're on a PC. That is also free editing software. There's tons of tutorials as far as editing, and basically that's how I learned to edit my videos on iMovie, again, for free, not really investing in any expensive, even to this day, really any expensive software program. But what you might want to do is actually practicing the editing process to make sure you're really getting a product that you're proud of. So tip number 3, relating to your upload schedule, which we talked about is good for not only the algorithm, but your audience. But when it comes to your content strategy specifically, there's one thing you must focus on over everything else when it comes to your content, and that is value to your audience. First and foremost, that is why your audience is even watching your video in the first place, is to get some kind of value. And frankly, that is why you're watching this video. And the second that you stop delivering value, you're going to leave that video. So it can be entertainment, right? It can be education. It can be education about finance. Whatever it is, people are coming to YouTube as the world's largest video platform and the second largest search engine to solve a problem and to get that value. So especially when you're new, and even as an established creator currently with 25,000 subscribers, I still massively center around value, because if you go off on tangents, if you start telling personal stories that have nothing to do with any value for your audience, again, they're gonna leave. Number 4, as a new content creator, something that is also ignored that I don't see talked about is mapping out your monetization plan. This isn't just YouTube AdSense, right? I want to make a lot of money from getting a ton of views and getting money from YouTube AdSense. And yes, that is great. But there's a lot of variables as far as how much am I actually going to get paid for those views. You really need to have as many different revenue streams as possible and not solely rely on YouTube AdSense. That is going to vary month to month. If you're in certain niches, you need to do the research on this. There's different niches that pay more for that view on YouTube than other niches. For instance, any kind of education channel is going to pay more. Any kind of finance channel is going to pay more than, let's say, entertainment or viral content. So what I want you to do is, yes, look at maximizing your number one, your AdSense revenue. But as you grow and scale, any brand deals? Can you sell any merch or any gear? Can you have any downloadable courses or any actual full-length courses, any e-products? Can you have any affiliate programs as well? That's gone from just one revenue stream to ideally 6, 7, 8 different revenue streams. And in my opinion, you need to really brand all of these under your now business and thinking about your YouTube channel as an actual business. So yes, number one, it is important to try to maximize your AdSense revenue. And we do that by getting more views and ultimately more ad impressions. And then combine that hopefully with a high paying niche here on YouTube. But as you're building out your business, think about that niche that you're in and then think about, okay, are there any brands that make sense for me to reach out to? Or are there any products where I can be an affiliate for that specific product to get ideally recurring revenue from that every single month? Number 5, something that you may want to take advantage of, especially as a new channel, is taking the opportunities for new features on YouTube, now specifically the Shorts. So Shorts are a new feature here on YouTube, and right now the opportunities are wide open because not a lot of creators are optimizing Shorts. Now, if you're not familiar with Shorts, these are 15-second to 60-second vertical only videos here on YouTube. Now, there's actually a sweet spot where YouTube specifically says they favor videos in that 15-second window. Now, these are great because if you're a new creator, it's super easy to produce. It's a 15-second video. You don't need to have any fancy editing even, which is fantastic. I would just really center this on a punchy hooks, really getting a viewer into that content, and then just have really punchy, value-packed content in those 15 seconds. And if this video actually gets picked up from YouTube, it'll be added to the Shorts shelf. So what you want to do is when you're uploading, again, this vertical only content, use hashtag Shorts for a chance again to be picked up in that algorithm on that Shorts shelf. And if you get picked up, that is a fantastic way for your channel to grow, to get exposure, views, the watch time, even though it's a shorter video, all of that from a Shorts video. Tip number 6, watch your own content. This is something that I did when I was new, and what you'll find, you can even have your friends and family watch your content as well, but look for filler, look for fluff. We talked about the personal tangents, the stories, things that don't provide value. Nobody cares. Do not create, in my opinion, don't create a 10, 15, 20-second intro as well. That's a mistake that I did here on the channel. It's not providing any value because no one wants to watch your logo for 12 seconds. And then when we talked about practicing the editing content as well, so as you're getting familiar with iMovie or DaVinci Resolve, whatever it is, whatever you end up using, I would consider adding some kind of new stimuli, graphics, sounds, cutaways, cropping, transitions, what have you, almost every 8 to 10 seconds. It's no secret that especially now audience attention is low, so there's a lot of temptations to click over to another video. You may want to add cards in your video as well. Something that always keeps your audience engaged. Because yes, even if you're providing nonstop value, your viewer definitely can still get distracted. Now, speaking of pay attention to this framework because it is really just the basics. We haven't talked about graphics, we haven't talked about colors, logoing, your branding, how to have a call to action, end screens, and more. So there's a whole lot when it comes to branding. But if you want to make this year the year that you actually start a channel and actually have a successful channel, not like most who just fall off because they don't know the best practices, go to yourdrivermike.com/YouTube branding, get 10% off with code CREATES. I made a complete walkthrough specifically for the YouTube branding. And if you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap the screen here for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.